All right, you guys, let's continue our discussion of the law of cosines. So let's talk about area formulas. So it says that the law of cosines can be used to derive a formula for the area of a triangle given the lengths of the three sides. This formula is known as Heron's formula, named after the Greek mathematician Heron of Alexandria. So Heron's formula says if a triangle has sides of lengths A, B, and C, and if the semi-perimeter is S equals 1/2 A plus B plus C, then the area of the triangle can be found by A equals the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. And that is, the area is the square root of the product of four factors, the semi-perimeter and the three differences of the semi-perimeter and the individual side lengths. Okay, so Heron said if you find the semi-perimeter, so the prefix semi, okay, means half, right? So this is why you have 1/2 times the sum of the sides, which is the perimeter. So that's what that means. And then to find the entire area, we're going to take the area and it's equal to the square root of that semi-perimeter times the differences of the sides from the semi-perimeter. Okay, so let's actually do a problem where we see that formula in action. Let's take a look here. So the directions say the distance as the crow flies from Los Angeles to New York is 2,451 miles. From New York to Montreal is 331 miles, and from Montreal to Los Angeles is 2,427 miles. What is the area of the triangular region having these three cities as vertices? And for this problem, we're going to ignore the curvature of the Earth. Okay, so first in the problem, it says as the crow flies. So we're going to assume that that means that crows fly straight. So he didn't make any pit stops. He went straight from one city to another. Okay, and if they hadn't given you a picture, you kind of need to know your geography. So we know that Los Angeles is on the west coast, New York is on the east side, and Montreal is north because it's in Canada. Okay, so they've given us this picture and they've drawn it as a triangle. Okay, and they've labeled the three sides. So they are interested in what is the area that is covered by this crow if he flies to these three cities. Okay, so Heron's formula said if we know our three sides, we can tell what the area is going to be of this triangular region. All right, so the first thing we're going to need to do is find the semi-perimeter. So Heron said semi-perimeter is 1/2 A plus B plus C. So for us, that's 1/2. A is 2,451 plus B, which is 331, plus C, which is 2,427. Okay, when we put that into our calculator, let's see. Here we go. We are going to get 5,209 divided by 2. Okay, so that's our semi-perimeter. And now we can use that to calculate our area. Okay, so let's get a decimal for that really quick so it's easier for us to deal with. 5,209 divided by 2. That is going to be 2,604.5. All right, so Heron said the area then can be calculated as the square root of the semi-perimeter, 2,604.5, times the semi-perimeter minus side A, times the semi-perimeter minus side B, times the semi-perimeter minus side C. Okay, and when we multiply all that together and take the square root, we get this answer here. 2138516 point, and let's round it to one decimal place, so 0.4. Okay, miles squared. That's the area flown by our crow. Okay, So really, it's basically plug and chug. Once you have the three sides, find the semi-perimeter and then plug them into the area formula. Okay? Now, let's look at a different set of area formulas. Okay, so let me show you this. So this area formula, okay, would be specifically for a side triangle because you need the measurements of the three sides in order to use it, okay? The next set of area formulas that we're going to look at, these are specifically for side triangles, okay? So you will have two of your sides and you will have the included angle, okay? So here's the derivation, if you guys want to look at it. So it says that the area of any triangle is given by A equals 1/2 B times H, which we know from usually B is base and H is height, where B is the base and H is height. All right, so what they've done is from that scenario, okay, they've derived these three new formulas for area of a triangle. Okay, so it says in any triangle ABC, the area A is given by the following formulas. So we have A equals 1/2 B times C sine of A. We have 1/2 AB sine of C and 1/2 AC times sine of B. Okay, now if you'll notice in the formula, they're set up very similar. Okay, the way that I remember it is that in each one of these formulas, okay, you have an A, a B, and a C. A, B, C. A, B, C. You'll notice that no letter repeats itself in the formula, okay? So if you're using sides B and C, then you're using angle A. If you're using sides A and B, you're using angle C. If you're using sides A and C, you're using angle B, okay? So it's always the two sides you have times the sine of the angle that you have and multiplying that by 1/2, okay? So let's try to do an example using those formulas. Okay, so this says find the area of the triangle ABC in the figure. Okay, so this is a side triangle. Okay, so that means we get to use those area formulas. And we have side C, this is across from angle C. We have side A, and this is angle B. So the area formula that I'm going to use is 1/2 AC times the sine of B. And I'm going to plug in the values that I have. So 1/2 times 34 times 42 times the sine of 55. Okay, and it's in degrees. So I need to make sure that when I plug this into the calculator, I'm in the right mode. Okay, and when I plug that into the calculator, I end up getting 584.9. Let's round to one decimal place. Okay, and that's our area. And so our unit is feet, so feet squared. Okay, so once again, this is just like the previous problem. Once you have all of your values, you plug them into your desired formula and calculate your answer. Cool, I hope this helps.